I'll tell you what we're going to do. I was working on this trick that I was going to do that was sort of a mentalism bit, where I was going to have someone pick a random number, and I was going to write down and predict the random number and reveal that it matched the number they're thinking of. And the method I was going to use for them to think of the random number was by selecting a number out of pi from this book. This is the first 10,000 digits of pi. And they were going to flip to a page, look at a random number, and then think of it. Not say anything, just think of it, and I was going to write it down. And the method I was going to use was, I've actually memorized pi. Just the first 10,000 digits or so. And I thought no one would put me on that. So when I was practicing this, after I'd spent a lot of time memorizing pi, I demonstrated it not as a magic trick, just saying, hey, test me, pick a page, I'll see if I can remember the number on that page. And it turned out that the memory demonstration was a lot more impressive than the magic trick. So I'm just going to show you this. So this is a book. This is the first 10,000 digits of pi. You're going to help me out?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave. And what's your name?
Laura.
Laura. Hi, Laura. You're done, Morgan? Well, thank you. Hey, let's thank Morgan for helping me out. I thought you were going to stay with me. What's up? Oh, there you go. Cool. Dave, flip through this book. You'll notice this is 10,000 decimals of pi. It's written by Nina Chevent. Because you have to write a book. No, there's actually a bit of an introduction here. She wrote a few words. Talking about the history of pi. Apparently, a woman named Lou has the record. She's memorized 890 digits, which she recited for the Guinness Book of World Records people. It took her 24 hours to do it. And there's another guy, Akira, a Japanese engineer, who claims that he can do 100,000 decimal places. I've only really gotten the first 2/3 of it, or 3/4, so I'm up to about this bookmark. I'm kind of fuzzy beyond that point, so we'll start ahead of that. 7,500 digits. It's pretty good. So check the book out, flip through it, make sure it's a real book. Pi is awesome. Pi is, if you know what pi is, it has to do with the relationship between the circumference of a circle and its diameter. And it is an infinite number. It goes to infinite decimal places of non-repeating numbers, which means that if we could look at all of pi, all of our birthdays are somewhere in pi. Right? But it doesn't just stop there. If we imagine that you can, say, turn an alphabet into numbers, like A is 1, B is 2, that means that every book ever written is in pi. That means, Dave, the biography of your life is somewhere inside of pi. There's also an infinite number of slightly incorrect versions of your biography. So if you were to find somewhere in pi your biography and read it all the way up to this exact moment in time where you're here on stage with me right now, if you continued beyond that point, you can't be sure that all of it's true or not, because it might be one of the incorrect versions of the infinite possible incorrect versions that's in there. The other thing about pi, it is numbers. We know that machine language can be reduced down to zeros and ones. Every video game ever created is somewhere in pi. In numerical form. Every video game that has not yet been created is somewhere in pi, including, the next Borderlands game you guys are all looking forward to. That is already in pi, if we could just find it. We're going to test me. I'm going to stand over here because, and also, this is just a normal lav mic, right? I don't have anything in my ear.
Nope.
Right? There's
all
no,
clear.
Okay, so this is totally just a memory. And by the way, it's a big number, so it might take me a second. Flip through the book at random. Try to not go past the bookmark. See if you can find a random page. And tell me what page number you're on.
71.
You're on page 71. Okay, so on page 71, it's a bunch of numbers. Actually, don't hold the book up, because I don't want anybody to think that's how I'm doing it. I'll show you guys. It's just a book full of numbers, right? It's just a book full of numbers?
All numbers.
Yeah, confirm that for the audience. Okay, so on page 71, the first digit, and tell me if I get this right or wrong. And by the way, I've memorized this by section, and I've also indexed it by page number. That's how I'm getting at it. But once I have it, I also can do the sequence, and I'll demonstrate that in a second. So on page 71, the first digit is it a 2?
Yeah.
And the next one is a 5?
No.
Okay. You sure?
Positive.
Okay. The first one's a 2. Is the third digit a 9?
Nope.
Oh, man, I'm missing. See, this is a memory test. It's very tricky. I know. I got it. I got it now. It is 290. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and then it's 3,
Yes.
and then it's 8. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. Okay, let's do a harder one. I'm sorry, I had to recap. Okay, let's do it. Thank you. Pass the book to her. Flip through it. Flip through the book, and then and show the audience that it is just random numbers. And then look through the book. This time, I don't want you to look at any page number. I want you to find somewhere in the book, preferably in the first 3/4 of the book, because I'm not as good at the last part of the book yet. And then just somewhere in the middle of the page. Like we're going to do a sequence. For example, if you've memorized sequences of things, you can continue a sequence. Like you all know the alphabet, right? We all know the alphabet. So if I were to say LMNOP, everyone could say
QRS.
correct. So if you give me just a handful of digits in a row, I can continue from that point. So find a spot in the book, pick somewhere in the middle of the page. Give me. Let's start with 5 digits, and let's see if I can get it with 5. I might need to ask for a couple of more because some of the sequences repeat. But go ahead and give me 5 digits.
Okay.
Say it in the mic so I can hear you.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. 85405.
8, 5, 4, 0, 5. I have to find this. Give me one more digit.
1.
8, 5, 4, 0, 5. Is that right?
Yep.
And then 1.
Yep.
The next is 3,
Yes.
8,
Yep.
6,
Yep.
5,
Yep.
0,
Yeah.
9, 4. Right?
Keep going.
Burn
I'm
the
gonna
witch.
keep going. You tell me when I get it. Tell me if I miss.
You haven't
Tell me
Burn
if I
him.
miss.
You haven't missed
You just
any.
tell me if I miss. 1, 3, 9, 5, 4, 8,
You-
1, 2,
You
9. Did I get one? Which one did I miss?
1, 3 after 1, 3. It's not 9.
1, 3. Go back. I'm out of the sequence again. Go back again.
Do you want me to start from the beginning?
Okay, so yeah, let me start from where we were. So you went. What was the first digit? Say it was 0. Start from the beginning, where you started.
85405 and then
1, and then I did 3,
yep.
and then 8, right? And then it was 6, 1. You just say stop as soon as I get it wrong, okay?
Stop already.
Okay,
After
6.
6.
Oh, it's 5.
Yes.
Okay, then it's 9.
Nope.
Sorry. 6, 5, 0, 9,
Yes.
4. Okay, now I'm just gonna go, and you just yell stop when I go. Okay.
Okay.
There's 2 sequences that branch, and I was getting one and not the other one. So now I know which sequence you're on. 6. Then it's 1, 3, 0. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. 5, 4, 8, 1, 2, 9, 0. Right?
Yep.
2, 5, 9, 7.
Yep.
5, 2, 1, 0, 3. You had to turn the page. Sorry.
What?
All right, that's good enough, right?
What?
And then 3, and then, all right, I did it. Yes. Awesome.
What?
Awesome. Cool. You know what? Let's try one more thing. Just because I'm on a roll right now. Let's do birthdays. Now, not everybody's birthday is in the first 10,000 digit. My birthday's, for example, is around the 70,000th mark. I looked it up. But let's see. Actually, more than half of all birthdays are in the book. Who wants to do it? Do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
When's your birthday?
December 12th,
December 12th. What year?
1985.
December 12th, 1985. That is not in the first 10,000 digits. Okay, hold on. Let me just do December 12th then. So that's 12/12.
Yep.
That is in the book. 1212 is in the book. Let me see if I can figure out where it is. This is okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to. Okay.
Had to give you a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it's on page 187, and it should be on the second line, and it should be at the last 4 digits of the second line of page 187. Is that correct?
Getting there.
It's taking you longer to find it than it took me.
It's there?
It's there. Yes.
Wow!
Notice that it's after the bookmark, and I still got it. Woo! Thank you.
Wow!
All right, thank you guys for your help.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Wow, give it up for our helpers.
Laura, Dave.
Randy
Thank you guys.
Pitchford.
Thank you guys for coming up. Cheers.
What?